In the heart of Madrid, a man rebuilt an empire. Not a king, not a footballer. An engineer with an iron will, Florentino Perez. He didn't play the game. He designed it. He looked at the chaos of football and saw a machine waiting to be rebuilt. While others chased trophies, he studied systems. While others sought applause, he sought control. Florentino's story isn't about football. It's about power. Raw, calculated, engineered power. He came from construction, a world where blueprints rule and mistakes cost millions. He learned early that dreams mean nothing without design. And when he entered football, he brought that same philosophy with him. Real Madrid wasn't just a club. It was a decaying structure of emotions, politics, and nostalgia. Florentino saw weakness where others saw history. He tore it down and rebuilt it, not with passion but with precision. This is Principle 1. Build systems, not moments. You can't build power on feelings. You build it on frameworks that outlive you. Every great man has to engineer his own path, routines, networks, habits. That's how empires rise. You don't chase motivation. You design discipline. Florentino understood that leadership is not about shouting. It's about designing obedience. He engineered Real Madrid into a machine that never stops printing glory. Then came Principle 2. Monopolize attention. Florentino realized something everyone else ignored. Football wasn't just sport. It was entertainment. He didn't buy players. He bought brands. Zidane, Beckham, Ronaldo, Figo. Each name a weapon. Each signing a global explosion. He turned Real Madrid from a team into a media empire. Every match was a blockbuster. Every player was a walking advertisement. While rivals competed for goals, Florentino captured eyeballs. Attention. That's the new oil of modern power. Whoever owns it controls the narrative. That's why he invested billions in image. Real Madrid jerseys stopped being fabric. They became symbols. And when the world stared, the money followed. Sponsorships, broadcasts, merch, global domination. That's what happens when you stop playing small and start thinking like a monopolist. Then he made his most ruthless move. Principle 3. Strategy over sentiment. He fired legends. Del Bosque, Raúl, Hierro. The men who carried Madrid's soul. Gone. Fans called him a villain. The media crucified him. But Florentino didn't care about noise. He understood what most men never grasp. Emotion destroys empires faster than enemies. A real leader doesn't protect feelings. He protects the mission. And sometimes that means burning idols to build new ones. In life, you'll face that moment too. The choice between comfort and greatness. Between being liked or being remembered. Florentino chose legacy. And that's why Real Madrid didn't just survive. It evolved. This is not about football. This is about empire. About the art of control, the psychology of power, and the courage to rebuild from zero. Florentino Perez operates in silence. But every move he makes shakes the world of football and business. His power doesn't scream. It calculates. When others act from emotion, he acts from blueprint. This is Principle 4. Own the frame. He never chases validation, he controls perception. When the media attacks, he doesn't defend himself. He simply moves the chess pieces while they argue about the rules. Because real power doesn't explain, it dictates. When chaos hits, he stays still. The calmest man in the room always controls the room. While rivals drown in drama, Florentino builds his next move, stone by stone, meeting by meeting, deal by deal. He knows silence is more intimidating than shouting. His face never shows panic because image is armor and composure is currency. He mastered the art of appearing untouchable, and perception became his fortress. Then comes Principle 5. Don't compete, redefine the game. Perez didn't fight other clubs. He rewrote how a club should exist. He turned Real Madrid into a global entertainment empire that sells not just football, but identity, pride, and aspiration. While others chased league tables, he chased global domination. He made Real Madrid not a team, but a lifestyle brand recognized in every language. That's the difference between ambition and vision. Ambition plays to win the season. Vision plays to own the era. Florentino's mind doesn't operate in 12-month cycles. It operates in decades. That's Principle 6, long game or nothing. He invests in infrastructure, in technology, in image, in youth, in global reach. He knows that short-term victories fade fast, but systems that scale will outlive the creator. That's how he rebuilt the Bernabeu, not for the fans of today, but for the grandchildren of fans yet unborn. Everything he does connects back to the same blueprint: durability. Real men don't chase moments. They manufacture legacies. Perez plays time like a weapon. He delays gratification because he knows patience terrifies the impulsive. Every empire builder must understand this. The longer your plan, the fewer people can match it. Most men are slaves to reaction. Florentino is addicted to anticipation. He plays 10 moves ahead even if the world thinks he's quiet. And when his plans finally unfold, it looks effortless. Because execution always seems easy to those who never saw the planning. His genius is cold, methodical, relentless. He doesn't need luck because he builds structure. He doesn't need validation because results speak louder than applause. He's not driven by passion but by design, and that's why his dominance lasts. Principle 7. Turn passion into infrastructure. Florentino took emotion and forged it into systems that generate wealth. He doesn't chase hype. He monetizes it. Everything emotional becomes mechanical, scalable, and permanent. He turned fan obsession into a marketing engine. Every cheer, every jersey, every headline, all monetized. Passion alone burns out. Principle 8. Stay unpredictable. Predictability kills dominance, and Florentino mastered the art of the silent strike. When he signed Figo from Barcelona, he didn't just buy a player. He declared psychological warfare. It wasn't business, it was humiliation disguised as strategy. He sent one message to the world: I do what others fear. Power isn't about being liked, it's about being untouchable. He knows comfort is the killer of growth, so he stays in the shadows until his move becomes the only thing anyone talks about. That's why he never explains, never reacts, never rushes. He acts, then watches everyone else scramble to understand the logic 2 years later. That's how predators operate. They move in silence, feed in daylight, and vanish before the dust settles. Then comes Principle 9, image is armor. Florentino dresses like he runs the world because, in his universe, presentation equals authority. He never loses composure, never leaks insecurity. In leadership, perception isn't vanity, it's strategy. When the public sees control, they assume competence. When they see chaos, they sense weakness. Perez gives them order, precision, and quiet dominance. His eyes never reveal doubt because in high-stakes power, showing emotion is like bleeding in shark water. His calm face is a weapon, and his reputation does the fighting. But the final and deadliest principle, Principle 10, is endure the fire. Florentino has been booed, attacked, mocked, and doubted, yet he keeps rebuilding. He understands that the path to dominance runs through resistance. Weak men quit when they feel heat. Strong men use the heat to forge themselves harder. Every insult became his motivation. Every defeat became data. Every scandal, a lesson. He doesn't run from failure. He engineers it into progress. That's why he's still standing while others fade into nostalgia. Power requires endurance. You must be built to outlast the storms, not avoid them. Florentino embodies that. He isn't chasing trends or applause. He's constructing legacy with concrete and cold logic. In a world addicted to noise, he remains silent and surgical. He proved that real control doesn't come from force, it comes from structure. He showed that leadership isn't about emotion, it's about discipline, patience, and relentless focus on the mission. So remember this: kings rise and fall, but architects remain. Florentino Perez didn't play football. He designed its empire. You don't have to love him, but you should study him. Because in a generation of loud dreamers, he chose to be the quiet builder, and the builder always wins.